Hey, it's Maddie in the morning on Hot 97.5, sitting here with another Armor kid, a part of the Armor Foundation. Welcome, Miss Kennedy.
Thank you for having me.
You're so welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for kind of letting us in on your world and what you're experiencing and all that good stuff. So for those who don't know what the Armor Foundation is, they're a foundation right here in the Valley that helps out families who may be dealing with some difficult diagnoses. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying. You're dealing with a little bit of a
Yeah.
difficult diagnosis, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not fun in the hospital, is it?
No, it's not.
No. And right now we're collecting toys. We're doing our Christmas in July toy drive that actually will only last them about 6 months. This isn't just toys for Christmas. This is toys to last the entire year because, Kennedy, let us in a little bit. When you go through a procedure, you end up going to the toy closet, but you specifically don't get to go and pick something out of the toy closet. How does it work for you?
So basically, when I'm sick in the hospital, it's not fun. And so most kids get to go to the toy closet and get a toy, but I can't because I have cystic fibrosis, which is a disease, and so I can't go in, so they bring it to me, to my hospital room.
Right. And how does that make you feel? Those toys are coming straight from the Armor Foundation, straight from families here in Phoenix trying to help you out. How does that make you feel when you get something and you've been sitting pretty solo in your room, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. How does that make you feel?
It brings me a big chunk of hope.
Okay, I love that.
I get to have a good time for the time that I'm in the hospital not feeling too great.
Right. You can kind of just not think about it for a second.
Yeah.
Even if it's just a second, right? It helps.
Yeah.
All right. And then Dad's standing behind you right now. And we kind of talked about that toy closet a little bit. You can't go down and pick something out. So who picks something out for you?
My mom or my dad.
Your mom and your dad. And do they just guess or do you get to be involved at all?
Sometimes they like to call my tablet so then I can choose what I want.
What's the best thing you've ever gotten out of the toy closet?
Slime.
Slime. Oh my goodness, the slime. That's what we need. If you are driving in right now to work, stop by Target, Walmart, or just the ingredients to make slime, drop it off at one of our drop-off locations up on our website right now, Hot 97.5, Hot 103.9. All right, Miss Kennedy, I would like to talk to your dad, Tyson, for a second. All right, Tyson, we just talked to your daughter, Kennedy, here. She is a hoot of a time, dressed like Miss Rachel this morning. She got her pink T-shirt on. She got her overalls on. I've been making fun of her all morning, making the jokes. But to be a little bit more serious, the Armor Foundation comes in during a pretty serious time for you guys, right? And you got this diagnosis how many years ago?
Kennedy was diagnosed with cystic fibrosis at 5 days old.
5 days old. 5 days old, you counted 5 fingers, 5 toes. You're like, she's healthy, we're good. And then 5 days later, you get that type of diagnosis. What does that feel like as a parent?
It was very devastating at first. My wife and I took it in stride that we started doing our research and homework and finding out about her condition and that it's a genetic condition. Unfortunately, her mother and I both carry a gene. At first, it was very devastating, but then when we got to the proper care and started with the proper diagnosis, and Kennedy was doing very well for many years.
That's awesome. That's good. How are you doing right now, Kennedy? Just yell.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. You're hanging in there right now. How old are you?
10.
10 years old. So 5 days, you get diagnosed with cystic fibrosis. Dad, you're trying to figure out what to do. When did the Armor Foundation come into play? Because, 10 years ago was 2025. Armor Foundation started in 2019. So how did you get involved?
We've been an Armor family since July of 2023. We became an Armor family when we found out that Kennedy was having complications with her pancreas due to the cystic fibrosis. And we traveled to Cincinnati, Ohio for a specialty that Kennedy underwent a transplant procedure called a TPIAT, or total pancreatectomy with auto islet transplantation.
Yeah, say that 5 times fast. Totally.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
So they actually removed her pancreas, her spleen, her gallbladder, and her appendix, and then they transplanted the islet cells from her pancreas that make your natural insulin onto her liver and her intestines, with the hopes that they will wake up and start to produce natural insulin.
Okay, and it was successful?
Her body is now producing 55 to 60% of the needed insulin. So
Okay.
she's now a type 3C diabetic on
Okay.
top of the cystic fibrosis.
Girl, we got a hand dealt to us, huh? My
Yeah,
goodness.
But a year and a half after that transplant, you almost can't tell that she's been through that.
You're looking good,
So
kiddo.
The
Looking
Armor
good.
Foundation has helped us through a lot of that process. They definitely brought us in and made us feel like family.
Good.
And we've met other families with similar conditions. And that's always nice, too, to have those families to help support you through these processes.
Yeah. Just talking to Jen, talking to other people that I know that have worked with the Armor Foundation, you can feel the love, you can feel the connection, that you guys are comfortable and you feel safe, which I love. And we want to make bigger and better. We want to help more families here in the Valley. So if you're out, like I said, driving around, we need toys. This toy drive is not just for Christmas. This is for the entire year. Each time the kids have to go do a procedure or maybe away from mom and dad or something along those lines, they get to go to the toy closet or they get to FaceTime with somebody in the toy closet, pick something out for them just to make them feel a little bit better. And you could feel a little bit better just by doing some help, by helping us out and dropping off a toy at one of our drop-off locations up on our website, hot975, hot1039.com. Thank you guys for being here.
Thank you for having us.